Go, guys. We are live. Welcome to the Power Couple Show. My name is Paulo CQ.
Cassandra Lee, and together we are
the Power Couple. Welcome.
Welcome to the Power Couple Show. We are live.
Yes, we are live, guys.
Monday through Friday,
10 a.m.
Eastern on Meerkat, Periscope,
YouTube, and PowerCoupleShow.com. Welcome, guys. We're excited to have you guys here today.
I'm pumped up. You know why, baby?
Why are you pumped up today?
Today is Wednesday.
Today is Wednesday.
Middle of the week.
And
we just marked 40 episodes of season 2.
40 episodes,
this
man.
This is the 40th episode, man.
40 episode. We're going strong.
You know what this means, though?
Show.
You know what this means?
This means we're one step to 41.
No. Well, yeah, but it means 10 more episodes, and we can start launching the 50 episode package.
Yeah, we can do that. That's exciting. So welcome for those who are coming in from Periscope. Welcome, guys. We are going to be talking about a great topic. What are we talking about today?
And we're talking about how to not let your finances get in the way of your marriage.
Ooh.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Yeah, man. So, I think this is such a huge problem. I think it's actually one of the top 3 reasons why marriages fall apart because of finances.
Yeah, finances,
is
man.
Definitely a huge one.
Finances is a huge one, and we're going to be addressing that.
Yeah, we figured, you know what? Let's talk about this because we go through it.
Yeah.
You know, it has, you know what? Honestly, it almost split us up too.
Yeah, it did. And we're going to talk about how we overcame that and how we're going, how you can overcome that if you're going through that, or, you know, just how to prepare yourself from stopping, you know, from letting any of that stuff get in the way, man.
Yeah, man, for sure. I just want to say thank you to, I think Dan8422, who just retweeted this or invited his followers. I appreciate you being here. Go follow Dan8422, 88422. Sorry. Looks like something interfered before you guys. Pure message.
Yeah. That's cool. So welcome for those who are coming in. Those who are coming in, welcome again. This is the Power Couple Show. Yeah. So again, we're going to be talking about something really cool. We're talking about how to prevent your finances from interfering or destroying your marriage, okay? Any of that stuff is no good. Marriage is a blessing, and it should stay that way.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So let's get right into, we're not going to go right into the meat just yet. You got to stick all the way to the end of the show if you want to hear exactly how we overcame the finance. I can tell by Paul's face you were about to say something he didn't free that up.
The thing is that sometimes people put comments in there that they just don't need to be reiterated. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So if we have trolls on Periscope and people are saying stuff, there's just certain things that don't need to be repeated, which is the reason why I did that, okay? That's just me being upfront. And if you guys put any negativity on Periscope, okay, or on Meerkat, we're just gonna block you, okay?
Right.
We're gonna block you because there's no reason to be inappropriate. There's no reason to say any negativity because we're coming here trying to spread a message of hope, a message of love, right? So that's what I did that.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But okay, cool. JCPD here. What's up, man?
What up, what's up, man?
That's awesome. All right, so how to prevent your finances from getting in the way of your marriage. That's the topic. We're going to head into it at the end of the show. So stick around. We're going to start off today's episode like we always do. So if this is your first time, you may not be used to it. But, baby, what is the first part of the show?
We're going to be talking about love words.
Love words. Yo,
yes,
what's up? What's love words,
What's up? Love words is when we take the time, right, out of our day. We allocate the specific time to just love on our partner, to recognize them, to uplift them, to edify them, right? So if you're watching the show right now, what you need to do is you either need to text your partner, call your partner, get them in front of right here, get them in front of the show, and just begin to start uplifting and edifying. Because when you can speak life into your partner, not only are they going to appreciate, not only are they going to take your marriage to the next level, but they're also going to step out more confident. And when they're more confident, everything just flows, right? So that's what we're going to be doing right now. So guys, make sure you do that right now, okay? We're going to take the time to just recognize
Let's have a good time. I want y'all to participate with us, so get with your spouse, and I want you to tell them why you love them. You ready, baby?
Absolutely, yeah.
I love this part of the show.
I love it too.
It's one of my favorite parts.
One of my favorite parts, man. Right? You want to allocate time, right? Because what I heard from one of my mentors, he said, if you don't have an always, you'll have a never, okay? If you don't have an always, you'll have a never. So, so let's go. Ready? Let's do it. All right. So hey, baby, I just want to let you know that I appreciate you, that I love you, and thank you so much for constantly putting yourself out there and constantly going out there and getting what you need to get accomplished. I really do appreciate that. It's a blessing to my life, and it's been a blessing, and it continues to be a blessing. So thank you, baby. I really love you.
I love you too, baby. Thank you for, baby, I just want to say I love you because you mask my weaknesses, man. like whatever areas I'm weak in, you really uplift it. I mean, or like, you know, hide it or fill that in, so that way we can fill each other's voids. It's really interesting how we work and operate, because what you're not good at, sometimes I'm good at, and I can do it. What I'm not good at, you're good at, and then you do it. And we're able to actually take where we are to where we want to go 10 times faster. And I love you for that.
I love you. Thank you so much, baby. I want to say thank you for cooking, because like you always cook, and like I never cook. And I want to say thank you, because sometimes I can take it for granted, because like the food tastes so good, and I'm like, oh, I'm always expecting the food to be there. But I want to say thank you for cooking. You don't have to cook. I know you don't like to cook, but the fact that you do it, I want to say thank you. I appreciate it.
Baby, I just want to say thank you for believing in me constantly, you know, giving me encouragement, giving me ideas to spark new things for, you know, our vision, our dreams, our business. Thank you for supporting me. You know, just when random things happen, like today, you know, like, hey, I have to go to New York, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
Like, you support me. I just want to say thank you for constantly being my biggest fan.
Thank you, baby. I want to say thank you for putting up with me. I know I can be very annoying, but thank you for believing in me, and thank you for always knowing that I can grow from wherever I'm struggling. I appreciate you.
I just appreciate you growing. I love you. You're the best.
Yeah. So if you did that, right, put it in the comments. Let me know. Thank you for the hearts. The people who are tapping the screen on Periscope. You guys can invite your followers by either clicking that little button, that little live thing, okay? Or you can swipe to the right and invite your followers, right? We encourage you guys to invite more people. The more people, the more fun. The more people hear this message, the more we can impact more people together, okay?
That's right, man. So, those of you watching on YouTube as well, you know, I hope you participated. Put it in the comments below. You know, let us know if you participated. Everyone, let us know if you participated.
DJ Tomaline, thank you for inviting your followers, dude. Really appreciate that. You're awesome.
Thank you, Dan884422 for retweeting this.
Absolutely,
man.
Thank you, man. You guys are awesome. Welcome to the Power Couple Show.
Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, live on Meerkat, Periscope, YouTube,
and thepowercoupleshow.com.
Make your way to thepowercoupleshow.com at the end of the show. Baby, tell them why.
To get our free ebook called The 7 Ways to Becoming a Power Couple. Okay? This is a phenomenal book. It's going to help you become a power couple like that. Okay, it's going to show you the 7 ways, the 7 things that you truly should understand. But it's also going to break down a lot of cool things. So go to thepowercoupleshow.com. Get access to that free ebook that we're putting out there as a way of saying thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for just being here, man. We thank you so much, okay?
Yeah,
and you can join our free VIP list as well.
Go for it. Do it.
Yeah.
We want to see you on there. We want to converse with you. You guys mean a lot to us.
Absolutely.
We're going to move on to the second part of today's show. Remember that today's topic, we're talking about how to prevent finances from getting in the way of your marriage.
Absolutely.
Man, this is a huge topic. This is a huge reason why a lot of marriages split up. What makes you a power couple, man? Make anyone who becomes a power couple.
Everyone's a power couple.
2 people come together, leveraging each other's strengths for one common goal, one vision. That's what makes a power couple.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So let's get right into it, baby. It's time for the quote
of the day. The quote of the day.
Quote of the day, man. Here it goes. Ready? The main thing to remember is that most matters concerning money in a relationship are not really about money at all. What?
The main thing to remember is that most matters concerning money in the relationship are not really about money at all.
Yeah, you missed the love word. Sorry.
Yeah,
man. The main thing to remember is that most matters concerning money in a relationship is not
to
really
my
about
fiance Anita. Hey, what's up, Anita? They wanted us to say hi to her.
Hey, fiance. Anita.
How are you, Anita? You're awesome.
You're awesome. Thanks for being here. You know, I think this is awesome, right? Like, think about that. The main thing to remember is that most matters concerning money in a relationship are never really about money at all.
Yeah.
How true is that?
That's very true. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, the first thing that I think of is like a man. A man normally does this, where his natural like instinct is to be a provider. And and what happens is that sometimes as a provider, they think that they have to work more hours in the business because that's what they think that their wife wants, right? That's what they think it's about. And sometimes, your spouse really just wants to spend more time with you, and they'll be okay with you dropping, making as much money as you were just to spend more time, more quality time. And it's very confusing because I think in the very beginning, I think that's what I was experiencing. Because I used to deliver furniture, and I used to work really long hours, right? But it's not just me. There's a lot of people who've kind of experienced that. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. And the other thing is this, is that it's never really about money. It's about what money can do for you.
Yeah, it's about what money can do. Money's just a paper, right? So it's kind of like stupid when you're like getting mad at a paper.
Yeah, because I want you to remove all money from the world.
Yeah.
Remove all currency. What are you really fighting about?
Yeah, that's good. What are you really fighting about? That's good. And then that's really good. That's a good exercise to do, actually, guys.
Because you're not fighting about money. See, what you're fighting about is that your needs aren't being met. You're fighting about what the money can do.
Yeah.
And
that's good. No, that's good.
So when you focus it that way, stop using money in the language of your arguments.
Yeah, really get down to the root.
We never have money.
Yeah,
that's not what you're saying. What are they really saying when they say that?
You should do that exercise. I mean, you should really figure out, what are we really fighting about? If we remove all money in the world, what's the root of this problem? And you'll figure out that you'll find out exactly what it is. It'll bring a different level of awareness, which then will allow you to just take action on it and solve the problem instead of fighting over something that's actually just an illusion. Right?
Absolutely.
It's an illusion.
Absolutely. Think about it. When someone says, man, actually, I'm going to go into that. I'm going to go into that when we get into me. I'm going to go into that when we get into me. But that was the quote of the day, man. Look, just remember, you guys aren't really fighting about money. So
You're not.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it. You're not fighting about it. Get rid of it.
It's an illusion, right?
It is.
You got to figure out. You got to do exactly what you just said. If all the money was gone, what are we really fighting about? It's like when you go to the mall and they have those projectors where they're projecting on the floor, and then it's for like the kids, and it's like a little game that whenever you like run by it, like the bubbles go everywhere, or the little watermelon split, or the balls go bouncing around. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Exactly.
It's like a little game, a projector that projects down and creates an illusion that there's actually like a game board. And the kids actually think that there's like little stuff on the floor, and they begin to start kicking it. But if you take away the projection, you take everything away, you just see kids just literally just stomping on the floor for nothing. They're just stomping on the floor, right? It's an illusion. And it's an illusion, and that's what money sometimes creates in a relationship, where it makes it seem like, that's what the problem is, but it's not really the problem, right? Because, I mean, what about some relationships that make more money? They still have problems, right? So go ahead.
And so later on, what we're going to do is we're actually going to talk about how to remove money from the argument, and get to the root of the problem, and what that really means. Because I'm telling you, this is something Paolo and I definitely have gone through. Almost split us apart. How we overcame it, how you can overcome it too. And if you guys want to take pictures on Meerkat, let us know. We'll definitely post for you. We'll definitely post, and then y'all can take the picture.
Anyways, so again, guys, welcome to the Power Couple Show.
Live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern on Meerkat, Periscope, YouTube,
and thepowercoupleshow.com.
Make your way to thepowercoupleshow.com by the end of the show, baby. Tell them why.
Because you want to get our free ebook. 7 ways to becoming a power couple. Anyways, get a free ebook, 7 ways to becoming a power couple. We're giving it away for free today at thepowercoupleshow.com. Okay? Thepowercoupleshow.com. You can get access to a free ebook as a way of us saying thank you for tuning in. Thank you for deciding to just give us a little bit of your time today to share with you something really powerful, and to hopefully just kind of make your marriage better in some type of way. Even if it grew by 1%, it would make the world to us. It mean the world to us, right?
Absolutely.
So make sure you do that.
Someone said you rock, so let's do the you rock to them. Ready?
You rock.
Oh,
that's good. Oh gosh, that reminds me. Yeah. Oh gosh, you should just like pull out the martial arts, right? So whenever you guys give us a compliment, we're gonna go like, you rock.
That's what we're gonna do. Okay.
That's what we're gonna do.
All right. So anyway, we appreciate you guys. Go to thepowercoupleshow.com, like you said. Get that PDF. We want to see you on that list. You guys are awesome, right? So let's move on to the next part of the show. This is where we're gonna talk about the challenge.
Yes, sir.
The what?
The challenge.
The what?
The challenge.
The challenge, man. Something, we're going to be completely transparent with you. We're going to let you into our world.
Ooh, our world.
We're going to talk about a moment in our own life, in our own relationship, in our marriage, where money, finances got in the way and almost tore us apart, baby. Can you talk about it?
Oh, absolutely. It was definitely like, we've been through a lot, right? We've been through a lot, but I think that one moment.
Sorry, someone said you're awesome.
You rock. All right, cool. Awesome. So, and that's shout out to
Cash Lenders.
Cash Lenders, yeah.
And thank you, the Big Boss, who tweeted this. We appreciate you. Thank you for inviting your followers. Go follow the Big Boss.
All right, cool.
Packages here.
So what I wanted to let you guys know is
the challenge.
What
happened? What happened?
So our marriage it never started like the right way, right? Like you know, it just didn't start the right way, but we just decided to do it because we knew it was just, you know, we knew that the circumstances and the situation didn't have to be aligned perfectly because it would have never been perfectly for us to make that commitment. We knew that we wanted to be with each other. We knew that we wanted to create a family. We knew that we were gonna, you know, we wanted to have like, you know, relationships and stuff. We wanted to have a relationship, and we just did it. We just pulled the trigger. But you know, one of the moments was actually came when we decided to leave our only income source, which at the time was a martial arts school that we were running or managing, and it got really crazy because I mean, just imagine what you're doing and you just leave it to pursue your vision, to pursue your calling and your purpose, right? And that's what we did. And when we did that, we didn't understand the impact it was really gonna have on our relationship, but we also didn't understand that it was really gonna be a humongous, tremendous burden that was disguised in the biggest blessing, right? And one of the things that we experienced immediately is that we didn't have any money. Like no more money was flowing because we literally left what we were making. Like we left it behind, we resigned from it. So like we had to really, really fight our way through these obstacles and these challenges. And I actually remember vividly a moment in time when my wife actually came home with a stack of bills. I mean, the bills were, I mean, how did I know it was bills? I mean, that was the only mail we were getting, okay? It wasn't like we were getting checks in the mail. I wish that's what was happening, okay? And I was in bed and I was reading a book and she kind of walks over me and she just has this face on her. She has like this facial expression, like, you know, like she kind of like has a snare, like, you know, like a snare. Like,
that's like something smells face. Yeah, like what is that? That's
like a snare. You know what I'm talking about? It's called a snare.
Okay, but that face does
I don't know how to
like
do a snare. Anyway. So like she comes into the room, I'm laying in bed and I immediately just sense that she's frustrated with me. She's angry with me. And she's just like, and then like she starts talking to me and like for some reason I have this grin on my face because she's trying to be serious with me. She's like, why is it every time that I come, she looks at me and she says, why is it every time that I come, I'm only coming to bigger problems? Why is it that every time I come, I'm only landing on something that's making me feel worse? And she kind of like got out of the bed because I was kind of grinning. I didn't know how to respond to it and I just smiled. And she got really angry. She slammed the door and all of a sudden she comes back out and she says some things that really, really just scared something inside of me and really almost pushed me to making really bad decisions that could have ended our marriage. And she kind of comes back, she sits down and she says, it feels like I'm being the man in the relationship. It feels like I'm having to take care and solve the problems. Why aren't you stepping up and why aren't you being a man? Why haven't you called my father? Why haven't you done this? Why haven't you done that? And all of a sudden, all these things just piled on top of me. And that was like really destroyed. Like, you know, the whole thing that really hit me was when she was like, why does it feel like I'm being the man in the relationship? I mean, that really hit me. Like it hit me hard. Like it just, like it hit me really hard. And I was so embarrassed, like so embarrassed. You remember that?
Dude, this is a really tough time, man.
It was a tough time, man.
It was a tough time in our relationship. And we were about a year and a half married. Okay, so it hasn't even been 2 years. Someone's taking a picture. Awesome.
Well, you know, how do you know that?
Because the camera shows up and then it like flips.
Okay, got it.
Anyway, but so what happened was, you know, this was a really tough time in our relationship, and I remember just being like, it was painful.
It was painful.
It was just a painful time in our life. Like money wasn't coming through. But we had to realize something. We weren't fighting about money.
No.
And you know, this almost split us up. I did think about, did I get married to the wrong person? Right? It came through my mind. Right?
Dude, I kid you not. Like I remember leaving that place and going back to my temptations, going back to my addictions, going back to making bad decisions. There were so many things that came through my mind because I was just ready to give up. Because I was ready to give up. But you know, even though that happened, I mean, those words really, I mean, they really, really ignited something inside of me.
Well, we're going to talk about how we overcame it in a minute. First of all, the big boss said, you're awesome. So the big boss,
you rock.
All right. And thank you for retweeting this. Madison Clifton, go follow Madison Clifton who retweeted this. Yeah. We appreciate
And if you're on Periscope and you do the same thing, you invite your followers, we'll give you a big shout out.
If you give us a compliment, we'll definitely give you a you rock. All right, so check this out, guys, okay? We're going to talk about how we overcame that. In the meantime, guys, you're watching
The Power Couple Show
live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern on Meerkat, Periscope, YouTube,
and thepowercoupleshow.com.
If you're watching on Meerkat, Periscope, or YouTube,
Yes, sir.
make your way to thepowercoupleshow.com by the end of the show. Baby, tell them why.
So you can get the 7 ways of becoming a power couple.
Woo!
It's a free ebook that we give you guys for coming.
Woo!
Anyways, go to thepowercoupleshow.com. You're going to get access to a free ebook as a way of us saying thank you. It's a phenomenal ebook. We really go over the 7 ways, very insightful, a lot of information, and it's going to make you really, really aware of a lot of things that you may or may not be doing. So anyways, make sure you go to thepowercoupleshow.com, make your way there, and get access to that free PDF or ebook.
Yep, that's right, guys. Make your way there. We want to see y'all there. So how did we overcome this challenge that almost split us apart? This is how, man. You know, realizing that it's not about the money, right? Like I said before, you remove all money from the conversation. Imagine it doesn't even exist. What were we really fighting about?
Yeah.
We were fighting about the facts of what money can do for us, right?
Absolutely.
We were fighting about that our needs weren't being met, right?
Yeah.
So what does that mean? When I say, man, no money's coming in, right? What am I saying? No money is coming in for me to do the things that I actually want to do. What are some of those things?
Yeah.
So I'm not being satisfied. Now, how can I get satisfied? What are some of the things that I want to do? Go out to eat, right? Have fun, buy clothes, take care of myself. So how can those needs be met? That feeling, because then you go deeper and you go, well, is it really what is it really going out to eat that I need or that I'm looking for? No, it's just a feeling that it gives me.
Yeah, it's a feeling.
What feeling does it give me?
A feeling of
appreciation. What else can it give me going out to eat?
A feeling of valued,
right? So then if I go, okay, so it's not really the money. It's not really going out. It's really the feeling that going out, that money gets me to do to go out, that gets me this feeling.
Yeah.
So then now I can go, man, all I want to do is feel appreciated or valued.
Yeah.
And now take all money out of the picture. Now that we know the root of the problem,
yeah,
we can go about valuing and appreciating each other verbally, right? With our actions, you know, with our emotions. And as we're building the money, because now you won't be fighting about the money, right?
Yeah.
You get how that works?
I totally get what you're saying.
Man, that's powerful.
It's really powerful, guys. And here's what I wanted to talk about, right? I mean, you know, you want to do that exercise and you want to really break it down to what's the root of the problem and then figure out what the money's actually would create. Because it's all feeling, right? It's a feeling. And you can kind of tailor it based on your situation, your financial situation. You can think outside the box and you can figure out how to trigger that same feeling in a way where they can still get the same feeling, right? Another thing that's important, guys, is, you know, we have become so accustomed to depending on our finances, to depending on things to make us happy, right? And whenever you become dependent on something, whenever you begin to start laying all of your eggs in one basket, right? What ends up happening is that when that goes down the gutter, so does your hope, so does your happiness, so does your joy. And I find myself guilty of this, and I've done it in the past where I literally became so dependent on something that when it went out the door, okay, because there's a lot of things that you can't trust. I mean, let's just be honest, okay? There's a lot of things that are always going to let you down. To be completely honest with you, there's always going to be things that let you down. So how do you solve this? Well, number one, by not depending on your finances, right?
Word.
Don't depend on your finances for the joy. Don't depend on your even though, like, look, I'm not saying that don't value money. I'm not saying that money's not important. I think it's important, okay? And I think you understand that. But I want to make it clear that there's a difference, right? And the difference is that instead of depending on your finances, depend on principles, right? When you establish principles in your marriage, right, you are not going to be shaken, right? You're not going to be shaken. And if you guys want to know what the secret is that keeps us together and that kept us together in those times, it's very simple, right? We live on God principles, right? Principles that have been instilled to us by God, right? By reading the Bible, by having a relationship with Christ, right? And it's those principles that we can stand on, right? Like, for example, when everything is down and out, right? You know, and I can't do something where I feel like I don't think as a man I can provide, right? a principle that I have embedded in me, and one of the things that we got married on a principle, you know, and I think that's so significant because one of the principles that we got married is I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's a principle, and we don't take that lightly. And because we have principles instilled in our marriage, right, we cannot be shaken. No matter if our finances go bad, no matter if our finances go sour, because if they go down the gutter, there's no way, like, all right, cool. Like, yeah, you can think about how you can create more money, but as it's going down, it's going down. Like, there's no way, there's nothing you can do except to remain calm in the storm. Panicking, being frantic, being nervous, crying about it, being depressed is not going to get you out. Fighting with your spouse, beating your spouse up, abusing your spouse verbally, eating each other up is not going to do anything. You have to understand how to instill principles in your marriage so then you cannot be shaken, because once your finances, it's like falling out of a building. When someone pushes you out, you're falling in midair. Okay, all the screaming, all the madness, all the crying is not going to avoid from you going down. You're going down. You're going down. Now the thing is that, are you going to go down in peace, or are you going to go down just like, you know, completely in torment? You know, that's the question. Right.
So here's, you know, hold on. I'm just writing all my thoughts down.
Yeah.
So here's something that's really powerful, right? The thing is that when finances become a challenge, and like he said, it's not that we're saying that money isn't everything, you know what I mean? Like, or that money is not important. I just want to help you understand that when the challenge comes, not to focus so much on the challenge, rather find out the root of it, focus on that, and then let's go out there and get what we need to get, because you need money. Unfortunately, we can pretend that it doesn't exist so we can remove the argument, but it does exist, okay? And we do need it, and you need it to move things. So understand this, right? The problem is never more than what it is, and it's never less than what it is. It just is what it is. And what happens is that we just end up inflating the issue. We honestly, if you can just know this for a fact, write this down, tattoo it to yourself, do whatever you want, but it's never as bad as it seems.
Yeah.
It's never as bad as it seems.
Never.
Never. You can be in the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst. It is still never as bad as it seems. So stop inflating the issue. It is what it is. So if, oh my gosh, we don't have money to get X, Y, and Z. Okay, try changing your tonality. Wow, well, we don't have money to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's it. It is what it is, okay? So now you can go, all right, let me stop focusing on the problem, because this is what we do. We don't have money to do X, Y, and Z. I know we don't have money to do X, Y, and Z. Well, how are we going to get the money to do X, Y, and Z? Man, it's always about the money. I hate this. And you're just going off on this tantrum with one another about the problem. Do you realize that you spent 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, and then you know, split up because you don't want to talk to each other. Then you have to recover. And then it's probably by the end of the night that you finally get back together to talk. So you spent practically your entire day focusing on the problem.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't want to do that.
That's no good. That's no good.
I'm sorry, babe. I just want to get all these notes out here real quick. So it is what it is. And then you have to just focus on a solution. So if I just change my tonality, dang, we don't have money to get X, Y, and Z. So now I have to go, well, what is the solution? So instead of going back and forth on the problem, what should we do? Go back and forth on the solution. Baby, how can we get money to do X, Y, and Z?
Yeah.
He comes up with a way. Then I go, that's a good one. You know what? I'm going to come up with a way. Oh, okay, what do you think about that?
That sounds phenomenal.
And sometimes you're going to get better. You're like, that's not going to work, right?
Yeah.
Then the next thing is this. Understand that money is a resource, not your master. It is not your master. Paulo said something really powerful just a few seconds ago. He said that we never let it be a measurement of our happiness. We never let it consume us because we base our relationship on principles. This is one of them. Money will not dictate how we run our life. Ever. So stop letting it dictate yours. When you don't allow it to dictate your life, this gets stronger.
Yeah. I mean, and if you think about it, what Cassandra mentioned earlier on the show, like money's an illusion and money is not really the real issue. Because if you think about it, back in the day when money didn't exist, right? People still had marital problems. There's still things that interfere, except that money took the place of another object. right? Or another thing that represented currency, right?
Right.
So money and the paper, the dollar bills, the Benjamin Franklins, the Abraham Lincolns, right? That is not really the issue. That's not the problem. And I think you hit that on a really good point. So I really want to emphasize that you guys really talk about it. Sit down with each other and ask yourself, okay, if all the money in the world was taken away right now, what are we left with? And whatever you're left with, that is the issue. That is the issue.
That's
it's like
you
you've stripped it naked, and now you know exactly that's what you want to focus on. That's what you want to improve on.
Right.
That's what you want to solve, right? Because making more money can solve the issue or it can prolong it, right?
Yeah,
Depends.
because to be honest, you're going to need each other. You're going to need each other to make more money.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. It's such a blessing to be in marriage. Let me give you an example why it's a blessing, okay? Like sometimes, this is also something, I don't know why I want to share this, but I think this is in my heart. And then we're going to wrap this up here. But sometimes you have a couple who's making a lot of money or making most of the money. And then that spouse can get some type of way because maybe the other spouse is not making as much money, right? And all of a sudden, right, you can get angry about that. But understand that you guys are one. We share our money because of this principle too, right? Mm-hmm. We're one. So whenever I'm blessed, she's blessed. When she's blessed, I'm blessed.
Seriously.
And it's a perfect example. Today, we're in the shower, okay? And she receives a call. She misses it. She calls it back. Bam. She lands an acting gig, acting opportunity. Boom. She was just blessed. She was blessed with that opportunity, not just the fact that she's going to have a shot to more exposure, but she's also blessed monetarily. Guess who benefits from that too? I do. So I'm yes, that's exciting.
And when we have kids, they will too.
Yeah, it's a blessing. Marriage is a blessing, and you understand that whether you're making most of the money right now, it's cool because whenever she's blessed with an opportunity, you also get blessed. So don't feel any type of way towards your partner or any resentment because they're not making as much money as you are. I don't know why I had to say that. Maybe there's somebody here watching this right now that may have needed to hear that, but that was totally off topic, but I just wanted to share that with you guys.
So let's break it into principles. Number one, get to the root of the problem. How? Ask yourself this. If money didn't exist, what do I really want?
Yeah.
And then ask yourself, what does that really get me? So if I say, I want more money, no, what do you really want? Well, I want more money to go have more fun.
Yeah.
Well, why do you want to have more fun? Because it makes me feel good. So really, you just want to feel good. So that's the root of the problem. Do you see how that works? Get to the root, and that's the issue. Let me tell you why you want to do that first before anything. The reason why you want to do that first before anything is because when you get to the root, you clear the air, and you're able to do what? Come together, okay?
Yes,
Number two, you have to realize that the problem is what it is. Probably change your tonality when you state the problem. Instead of going, I have no money.
Yeah.
Instead of doing something like that, change your tonality and say, baby, there's no money.
Mm-hmm.
You see the difference?
Yeah.
And so when you realize it is what it is, now focus all of your energy, all of your conversation, all of your time on what? The solution.
Yeah.
That's number three. Number four, understand this principle. Money is a resource, not your master. Do not let it dictate how you run your life. It shouldn't dictate how you run your life.
I mean, there's a quote that says money's a good servant, but a poor master.
Absolutely.
So don't let it master you. Okay, don't let it master you. So
and hold on. The last thing is this, guys. Get together, man. You need him. She needs you. You need her. Back and forth. You just need each other because he has skill sets. You have skill sets that you both can leverage to become a power couple towards the ultimate goal, towards the ultimate vision. Lock arms with each other.
Yes,
guys,
sir.
prevent finances from getting in the way of your marriage.
From destroying your marriage.
Silly, stupid.
Don't let it get in the way.
We just gave you a 5-step process to get it out of sight, out of mind, and you can move forward towards your vision, guys. You're watching
The Power Couple Show
live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m.
Eastern
on Meerkat,
Periscope, YouTube, and thepowercoupleshow.com.
Very good.
Make sure you make your way to thepowercoupleshow.com right now
Why?
because you want to get access to
the 7 components to becoming a power couple. It's a free PDF.
Free PDF, 7 ways to becoming a power couple, okay? And you want to get access to this. Plus, you're also going to get access to a free VIP list where you guys get more insight on when we're launching the Power Couple Challenge, baby.
Yes, let me tell you something.
Make your way to thepowercoupleshow.com to get
the PDF and get access to our challenge. We're going to be launching a Power Couple Club very soon. We want all of the power couples all over the world to be a part of this club.
To stand up.
In order to be a part of this club, we got to know if you're a true power couple. How do we know you're a true power couple? You got to go through the challenge. You want to take a challenge? Challenge is starting next month. You want to make sure you're a part of that list so you know how to take the challenge. It is going to be phenomenal. It's going to be fun. We gamified it. It's going to be amazing. If you can overcome the challenge together, you're a true power couple, and the likelihood of you getting initiated into the club is much higher. It's time for the Q&A. You got questions?
We've got answers.
Put it in the comments below. We want to answer all of your questions. You guys are the bomb, man. So let's get this going. Today we talked about how to prevent finances from getting in the way.
How to prevent it, man.
As you're putting your questions in the comments below, we're just going to review.
Did you
how
notice
the show
how when you you schedule a show 24 hours before, you get it's cool.
Yeah,
right?
it's awesome. So those of you who are just coming in, it is time for the Q&A. If you have any questions about money, finances, marriage, relationships, put it in there. We want to answer it for you. Let's review what today's episode was about.
Yeah, today's episode was about, not letting finances dictate how your marriage should be or shouldn't. Your finances shouldn't strip your joy away. It should definitely not destroy your marriage, okay? We talked about that. We talked about 5 steps, the 5 principles, the 5-step system that you can implement into your marriage. So you don't have to go through that, right? We also talked about the quote of the day. We did love words, and we just had fun.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So we did love words. We did the quote. We talked about our own personal challenges in our own marriage when money almost split us apart.
Yes, sir.
And how we overcame it. We gave you 5 steps to overcoming this stupid, silly challenge of money getting in the way. Money. How to get rid of that so you guys can also leverage each other's strengths, become a power couple, head towards your goals and your dreams. Guys, you're watching
The Power Couple Show.
Go to thepowercoupleshow.com, baby. Tell them why.
To get access to a free ebook, 7 ways to becoming a power couple.
Woo!
Yours today. Get your free copy. I said free because it is free, and it's also going to be super valuable. You're going to know 7 ways to becoming a power couple, 7 ways to improving your marriage, okay? Even if you don't think there's hope, trust me, you'll realize that it's possible, and you can turn around your marriage. Or if you're already there, you can take it to the next level.
That's right, guys. Show some hearts, like this, retweet this, follow us. We will follow you back. Thank you for watching the Power Couple Show. We will be here mañana. 10 a.m. Eastern. We can't wait to see y'all. Thank you for tuning in. You guys are the bomb.
Like tick, tick, boom! PowerCoupleShow.com.